This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Hmm.
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
게임 소리가 마이크로인가? 결국 사형을 언급하네요.
This, my archive. I can always consult with it if...
일단 차로 가보겠습니다.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
눌러야 되지, 계속하기.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin
아,
air.
살았을 때요.
Holmes, say something.
Quick,
다음이지.
fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow. Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
What should we do next, Holmes?
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed.
현장부터 알아가.
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
왜 갑자기 열차 사라졌지?
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
저쪽인가? 탱크인가 저건?
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
A discarded item, possibly. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
아니 그래.
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
주변 지역이 표시되어 있는 지도를 찾으라고? 공간에 있나? 아, 잠시만요.
A new telegram.
I
새로운
think
점.
we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
토마스 로빈슨.
Here is the train set.
열차 현황표.
A telegraph. A telegraph.
일단은 저 찾아봅니다. 여기 딱히 없는 건가?
An old locomotive bell. This part is probably from a locomotive. This place
분노실에서
serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
딱히 볼 게 없으니까 이제 다시 저 대화하러 갑시다. 역장한테.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
일단 인상 차이부터 볼게요. 어? 뭐지? 잠깐만요. 정상한 백발. 수성이. 결혼 반지. 이원장.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train
그건 이미
composition
봤지.
report. It's inside my office.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
아니 왜
That
하는
is
게 한 개도
important
없지?
information. Do you know what is
이상하네.
inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my
자유재산.
responsibility to allot the wagons to
열차가
whoever.
없어졌어?
I
철도지.
would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man. A telegram.
대기실에 지도 붙은 거? 철도 대기실이 어디지? 여구나.
This map.
아, 지도가 이렇게 생긴 거구나. 네. 여기 있고. 어떻게 갑자기 지도가 이렇게 열차가 사라지지? 자꾸 또 있는 거지.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
이 사람들은 누구지? 아니, 야, 그냥 엑스트라 했나? 대화도 안 되네.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you
아니,
mention
뭐
it, yes,
아는
there
게 한
was
개도
something.
없어?
There was a message from Bridlington station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
그러게. 한 명 때문에 지원한
You
거.
mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station.
장가?
I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course, it's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
아직 생겼네. 있는 게 없네.
Railway post bags.
사람이 많네. 하나 쓸게.
This
사람
is an
하나지.
absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid, no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you
역시.
recall anything more specific about this
부자들
fortunate
때문인가?
group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
뭔가
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company?
철도의 새.
Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse
저기
me,
뭐야?
but I'm not in the
Shamrock
mood for
Flomes?
idle chit-chat at the moment.
호주전. 다음에 손인가?
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device.
자가
It's
발전이
capable
가능한
of
혁신적인
producing
물건.
electricity.
막을게.
I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention. But I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir. It is priceless. It could change the world we live in.
가짜 아니야?
I'm
물값상기
selling
이거.
it for almost nothing. I
중고
am a
거래가?
humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected.
그 사람한테
So
타고,
yes,
타고
of course,
있다가
I
마신
agreed
건가?
to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
에이, 이건 아니지. 이거지. 봐도 우연은 아니다.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
아, 자동 정력 생성기. 5만 파운드?
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last
방금
night's
대화했던 건
train.
잊어버린 건가
I
벌써?
see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
젊은 나이면 알 가능성이 없.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
아휴, 한국이었으면 저 출근하는
Apart
승객들이
from the passengers
두 명을
disembarking,
무슨
did you notice anything else that
몇십
was
명
unusual
있었겠지?
last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher
최소 10명
management on the
이상인데.
matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say. How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
내기 열장.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
신기하네. 한정성만 열차가 사신다는. 보험 신문부터 하고.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from
I
doing.
apologize for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your gripsack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir.
아니 학년수석이라면서 아까까지.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal.
여기로 왔지? 나와봤죠. 아, 길막을 하고 있어. 뒤에 사람 말 먹고. 아, 그냥 승객이구나. 일단은
Don't touch anything, please.
아까 짐 좀 타고 싶었는데. 그러면 이동해야죠.
interesting advertisement.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
저쪽.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not. I ha-
야옹.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please,
Huh?
sir.
What? The 18-hour 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
저 여기 있다. 공조.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
바로 실토하네.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
저거 같아. 안 지났어.
A telegraph.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
Locked. There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
일단 아니 왜 안 들어가죠?
Bags were recently dragged here. French wine, a remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken
나쁜 놈이야,
from the
나쁜 놈.
parcels.
Shameful.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them. Railway post bags.
나는
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear.
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But...
그럴 수도
Holmes,
있겠다.
I'm a little confused.
이것만 하면 되겠다. 못을 못 봤으면 이 불가능하지. 자, 열차 실험.
I should use the... I should use... I should... 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 I should...
아이 안녕?
I should... I should... I should... I should...
키 하나.
I should...
저기 없나?
I should... I should...
틀린데.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson, I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle. We need...
건조등. 이럴 거면 아까 설치하던가. 아니 여기 있었던 거면 아까 설치하면 됐지. 왜 이렇게까지.
I need some... The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
게임 뭐야? 자동으로 되는 거 아니야?
The whole...
아직 갈 데가 너무 많다.
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
이건 좀
Here it is. There is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station. This suitcase...
193분 되네, 그러면? 와우. 네, 이거부터 브리들링턴 게임 화물 보관실에서
This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call
불가항력.
force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
이구나. 아, 손 위에 게 페이크였네.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully. An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sale. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Yet another exclusive sales contract.
다 같은 말인데요.
Mr. Robin. Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
예, 철로로 가봅시다. 혹시 대화하나?
I will not move.
나 위에부터.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
아니 이게 끝이라고? 네. 저기 끝은 아닌 것 같지만 일단은 반대편은
A funny character. He looks...
And he is not an Englishman.
상해.
newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
A telegraph.
안쪽.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations
이거야?
into one picture. A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
신기하다 진짜.
Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an
야,
excellent quality.
냄새만으로 담배.
Quite an expensive one, too.
Sorry.
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray, a greenish-brown cigar. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
숨겼다. 아 맞다, 저 역장 주문해야 되는데 까먹었다.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
니 온다면서 온다면서 안
Good
되네.
day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can.
역장이
There's
하나같이
not
다
much that I can
그거야.
tell you about last
불만스러워.
night.
의심스러워. 의심.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
그러면서 경마를
Did any
한다고?
passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your
아, 왓슨 옆에서 고개
but
끄덕이는
it
거
was
봐.
not to be.
I
개웃기네.
beg your pardon. Addiction to what?
다
We
봤어.
found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
야, 엄청 수상하네.
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake.
뭐야, 왜 그렇게 뛰어? 왜 그렇게 뛰어와? 개웃기네. 아, 그 멕시코인데, 맞지?
This postbag belongs to the station master.
응?
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
도박 중독인가? 그렇구만. 그 말은 내 물이잖아, 솔직히.
I'm
깜짝이야.
always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
일단은 차근차근 아, 누구였지? 기억이 안 나? 그냥
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English.
그
No, I
사람들이
don't
비싼
believe so.
술을 줬나 보구나.
But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
A fake train. Ha! What a clever and devilish trick.
The switch is rusted, but it still works. The switch is rusted, but it still works.
이건 아직 안 되는 건 안 되는 거고. 테스트 프린 이거 갖고. 쪽 외부
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
회사인가? 저긴가? 외부철도?
There was a building here not so long ago.
But I don't understand, Holmes. Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
But I don't understand, Holmes. A fake train.
아니,
Ha!
맞죠.
What a clever and devilish trick.
이거다. 자,
Traces. Let's take a closer look. Nothing interesting here. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting here. The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh
설마
and were
여기에서
made by a
특수함을
large
신고 간
truck
건가?
loaded with
도망친 건가?
materials. This road should lead to the town of Evesham.
부상의 역정도.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few hundred feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would
여기
anyone
오기 전에
want to?
사라졌지.
See you later, my good man.
또 아까 철도 확인하라고 했지. 맞다, 여기.
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look. The switch is rusted, but it still works. The rail is rusted. The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable. The railway ends here. That is strange.
아, 다 하나씩 돼 있네. 아, 철도 저기부터 가볼걸. 오늘은. 나중에 뭐.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest. These traces were made by a carriage. Look. The distance between the tracks
아까
is
그 마차랑
about
똑같네.
6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been the vehicle The vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
창고에서 훔쳐서 여기로 간 거. 예. 아직까지 저게 가서
An abandoned gypsy caravan. This place was abandoned fairly recently. Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached. A label with the name Las Zarpas.
이게 뭘까? 어째 확인. 자꾸 헷갈리네, 키가. 이제.
My search should be focused upon the name
이게다.
Here it is.
비지선. 아, 바지선. 저러면 또 물에 빠질 그게 없지. 아, 물에 가라앉은 거구나. 저는 그런가? 아, 내가 여기 안 봤지.
This road should go in the same direction as the railway.
아니, 아무것도 아니라고? 아, 잠깐만. 다시는 왜?
Mines. This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
탄광 아까 전에 않았나? 물에 잠겼는데도 갈 수 있나 탄광?
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned. This is an administrative panel. See what it says.
This is an information sign. It might contain some useful data. We should restore it. Watson, you are a gentleman, and gentlemen tend to carry handkerchiefs. Might I borrow yours?
And where is your own?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Very well. Here it is.
WEA coal. These mines belong to them.
아,
The distance between the tracks is
밑에서
about
8인치?
4 feet 8 inches. A lightly loaded vehicle came this way. There is a wooden beam lying on the rails. A small vehicle with wooden beams went down this way.
저거 왜 저거 떠있어? 다 봤잖아. 아이, 좀 나와봐. 아, 자꾸 길 막혀.
Has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am...
It's difficult to follow you, Holmes.
Someone removed these screws. A few feet of the rail.
그래, 맞나? 그렇지, 이거지. 열차가 물속에 있으면 그걸 못 뺐지. 나는 그렇게 믿어.
This box must be the safe. Let's open it.
이럴 줄 알았어. 또 이거겠지 뭐. 오른쪽도 페이크였네. 거짓말이었네.
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who fled our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
그러면 돈캐스트 영어 가야겠네. 정보를 또 어디서 보내나.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train
철도회사?
that
이거는?
disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
조사하면 다 나와.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to
아,
find
이런
them anywhere
대박이지.
but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
아, 저거 진짜.
Not a very friendly man, and he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
멕시코 기업. 이러면 또 열받지. 뺏기면. 더 찾아보고. 한번수색. 많이 수상하네. 열차 사라질 만한 곳.
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside. Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
오, 와우.
Dynamite.
범의 은폐. 뭐야, 증거의 끝이야? 단서? 다른 쪽이라면 아, 이건 아닌 것 같아. 아니, 이것도 맞는 것 같기도 하고. 아. 아, 어? 아, 이러면 이게 안 되는구나. 이게 다 좋아한 거. 눈먼 정의, 추악한 정치판. 다시 획득할 수 있으니까. 이게 맞나?
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home, then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking. Can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you
머릿수로
were a
뻔했네.
talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
저거 처음에 아마. 맞네. 다른 결말은 볼 필요가 있나?